welcome to a very reflective episode of The Careful Boys, y'all, where we are going to reflect, we're going to get thoughtful about this past year because we are at the end of the year. This is actually our last shooting schedule of 2024, even though this video is coming out in 2026. Yeah. And end of year video.
When this comes out, I'm gonna be 43.
That's crazy. So, what was the craziest thing that happened to y'all this year?
Craziest?
The craziest.
Fuck.
Not to bring it down, but my grandma passing away was pretty crazy.
Really?
Damn.
When did she pass?
It was in springtime. Yeah, and it was just kind of. Well, she actually died last year, but we put her in the wall in springtime, so it's like finally saying goodbye, I guess.
What do you mean put her in the wall?
Green family tradition?
Put her in the wall. So it's just
The drywall?
At Marine Corps Cemetery, they have like a section for like the people who are cremated, and they just shove them in the wall.
Oh, it's like a shelf.
It's like a shelf.
Yeah.
She actually died last year, but we put her in the wall.
I thought you like replastered drywall to like stay there, bitch.
Yeah. Well, it just is very weird because like we opened up where my grandpa is, and you see him just chilling there, and then they just shove her in there.
So she got cremated last year, and where was she chilling before?
She
you
was chilling on the bar, which is ironic because that's what killed my grandfather.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, she's chilling on the bar at my grandma's house.
Your ability to keep a fucking straight face.
I'm dead serious.
So strong.
Yeah, so it was like we were just waiting on that because like waiting a year for a funeral is kind of crazy.
Was this mom's mom or dad's mom?
Mom's mom. Yeah.
Were you closer to one or the other?
I only knew my dad's mom died when he was a kid. So.
Oh.
Yeah, she like died. In a
so
bank.
she was like your grandma
In a bank?
She died in a bank?
She died in a bank. Yeah.
during a robbery.
No, not a robbery. She just had a heart attack. She just like.
What?
Yeah.
Maybe she saw the amount of money she had and she goes, man, I won the lotto.
Yeah, probably. No, she had scarlet fever when she was a kid. And
Scarlet, that's some Great Depression shit.
Exactly. And then she had cholera.
Damn, that's like Oregon Trail shit.
She had scarlet fever and it did damage to her heart apparently, and that's what they determined when she died.
Broke.
So I don't think that happened.
That's Oregon Trail, dude. That's way earlier.
So then my dad, you know, I never knew my grandparents, but then yeah, so I was very close to my grandma, and so that was like saying goodbye, shoving her in the wall. It was like closure.
Did she have any like last words before she passed?
She said Trump 2024. Yeah, she was right. You know, I should have bet it. That's the biggest gambler sign ever.
Yeah.
And I didn't bet it.
What did she leave you? Like, did she will you anything?
She gave me my grandpa's cufflinks, his Marine Corps cufflinks.
No way, that's sick.
That's tight.
How much did you get for those?
I got two.
How much food did you get?
I got 6,000 of them.
That's a come up.
6,000.
Definitely come up.
I can't believe it's at the end of the year. 2024 went by so fucking fast, man.
Yeah.
It's so quick.
It was pretty fast.
I think the craziest thing that happened to me was probably shutting down Barbell this year.
Yeah.
Liberation. Shoved it in the wall.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's something we started in 2013, so we ran it for 11 years. And then it's like, you know, like a husband and wife team, so it's almost like our first baby, it feels like. And it just becomes so integrated into your life that it's like, you know, like, and it's part of what I love to do, which is fitness. So every part of it, from what I eat, drink, supplements, to what I wear, to like the training that I like to do, to a lot of the friends that I met the last 10, 11 years, a lot of it were through kind of that medium, this Barbell Brigade medium. And then for us to make the decision to shut it down because we have a real kid and what we want to do with our family, it was cool. And it was cool to like shut it down and then like, because you never know what's on the other side of what your big decisions are. So it was cool that after we shut it down that we're like, oh cool, like this is what we were looking for, and we really enjoy what we have now.
Heck yeah.
For knowing Bart this long though, I think like after Barbell Bart is like back to the Bart that I knew before he took on 10 businesses.
The sleepy guy Bart.
Spontaneous Bart?
Oh, it's like Fat Bart. Like we like Fat Bart more.
Yeah, Fat Bart was cool.
Yeah.
Fat Bart was cool.
No, it's not. It's like
Project 2025 Bart?
it's almost like responsible college Bart that you guys didn't know, where he would actually hang out.
Oh,
Like, dude, when we did the live stream and shit, like, I was like, damn, this guy is actually still here. And he's like, he's all sleepy. He goes, are we gonna order Prince Street? Pizza attack ourselves.
Even in college, I was sleeping at 10.
Yep.
Wow.
Like, but he would hang though. The difference is
I would
like,
just knock out on the couch while everyone's still partying.
you guys can keep partying.
like we would all be hanging out and Bart's like on the couch and he had like half a neck of beer and he's red as fuck and he's knocked out. But he's hanging with us, right? And then, but then like, you know, when he got busy, Bart is just, he's gone. He hangs 30 minutes, I gotta go, man, I got barbell shit.
yeah. He's like Nick.
Yeah.
But
Nick is
except
gonna take the torch now of busy boy Bart.
I'll fall asleep at parties, dude. I could do that. I'm probably good at that. It's probably the best thing.
If
I'm
you
good
go
at.
to parties.
Yeah, if you get me there, yeah. If you could trick me into going. There's gonna be an open buffet. Okay, I'll go.
Do you feel more relaxed now since?
Kind of. It's like you're way more relaxed because there's not all this crazy noise and bandwidth that takes up like your brain that you have to think about. But then, because both me and Gio got our incomes from that company, we did reduce like double income. So that part is like, that part is kind of like a little bit stressful, but then we did plan it out where we can probably take like 6 months off and just relax, recalibrate, and figure out what we want to do.
Just get EBT.
EBT.
We
Oh
know
yeah,
a
that's
guy.
true.
We know a guy.
Yeah, you do? Okay. Well,
We'll get you hooked up. We'll
Thank
get
you,
you
thank you,
hooked
thank you. That's what I need.
6 months off? I think that'd be torture for you.
I like it so far. I like
You
it so
do?
far, yeah.
He probably needs it.
Maybe because it's all like he accumulated sick leave from all the years he just added.
Like I've been for like almost like 3 or 4 weeks straight. I didn't miss a single like taekwondo basketball game or swimming or whatever. And I'm like, dude, this is fucking rad.
It's tight.
Whereas before there'll be like random ones I have to miss. Oh, I have a scrimmage this weekend. Oh, I can't be at that one.
There's always that moment where he finally hits his free throw and he looks over and just mom's there sitting by
Bleachers.
herself. She didn't even get this shit. Just no one for anyone.
And it must be nice to not have to feel like a random bad surprise can happen.
At any time.
Yeah.
Like
Emergencies?
PTSD part, like some guy from Pakistan. I didn't make your shorts right or whatever. And you're like, what the fuck? I gave you all the directions, man. What do you mean you didn't make
You
it
have to do it in my voice. Yeah. I cannot understand you.
They're saying like millennial dads are the most involved fathers in like the history, in history ever.
That's pretty cool.
Well, probably because they have so much trauma from like their dads not being at anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I remember.
But I mean, our fathers and grandfathers probably never even had that.
But do you think
Period.
Oh, no way.
Do you think we're gonna breed weaker children?
Yeah, what do you think the alcohol?
Every fucking generation thinks the younger one's weaker.
I mean, that's that saying, right? It's like
shoulders?
hard time to breed like good men or whatever the fuck.
Unless there's like a war when they're like teenagers and they get drafted.
I mean, well, yeah.
Dude, my dad used to work with my uncles, right? And this is a story my mom told me later because I was just bitching up a storm about how my dad never went to any of my stuff. And my mom was like, did you know that, because my dad worked with my uncles, she's like, did you know that when your uncles were at the baseball game for your cousin, and then you were there too, obviously, because we played Little League together, she's like, Dad was at the store, he was working the store, and then your uncles came back and told him about how cool the game was and all that shit, and it pissed your dad off like crazy. Like, stuff like that you don't,
That's
dope. You don't think about. Like, when you're just a kid, you're just like, oh, cool, my uncles are there, but not my dad.
Yeah.
But he was holding down the fort so the uncles can go.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
He's pissed. Yeah.
Yeah, he's pissed.
But
But then you want to hear that.
That's still a core ass memory. I remember like my parents had to watch the store so they couldn't make it to my 8th grade promotion. But my auntie showed up. So that like gave me a dope bond with my auntie because I'm like, what the fuck are you doing here?
Yeah, that's cool.
But at the same time, you still live forever with the core memory. Like, oh, my parents weren't there, and it's not a big deal. But
Not a
you
big deal.
just can't. You just never forget.
life.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just think about it every day. You look in the mirror.
I wish my parents didn't go to mine.
So you can relate to us?
No, because that's the day that I shit my pants. Remember I told you that story? I shit myself in my 8th grade promotion.
That's fun.
And I blamed it on my friend's dad, who was the limo driver. Hey, what's up, guys? Just in case you've noticed some of these lovely jade pieces on some of our men here, just know that you can get some for yourself over at thejadejewelers.co. Visit our friends here at the site and check out some of the pieces they've got. The selection is massive. You can find all kinds of different designs, and they even do some custom work, so if you want to check them out, we'll be very grateful. We love these guys over at J Jewelers, and we're happy for you guys to be able to get the same stuff.
I have to say though, as an adult man right now, thinking about going to an 8th grade promotion sounds like absolute dog shit.
I would never want to.
Any excuse I could
Unless
find.
it's like Taika's, that should be tight.
I'd be like, I don't know, man. It was kind of raining a little bit. I was worried.
Dude, when I was in 8th grade and we graduated, even in my head, I was like, we're gonna have another one in high school. Why are we doing that now?
Look at that.
Damn,
already
hater.
with that attitude.
Already.
That's how he was able to get married
What are we
right
doing?
away.
What are we doing?
Honestly, I was like, why are we doing this?
Why are we doing this?
I was like 8th to 9th grade. That's not that big of a deal.
Craziest thing that happened to you 2024?
Probably Tiff having to go through these surgeries.
Oh yeah.
All your guys' shit is so sad, man.
This year's been kind of wild, bro. It's
No, that's happy because she found that doctor.
Oh yeah, that's the good stuff. That's the good stuff. Make me feel better.
Just the process of her going through the surgeries, like that's been kind of hard for her, and it's just taking a lot of adjustment. But we're just thankful that we have like a path to treatment, right?
Yeah.
But it is just like, it's hard.
Best
It's
people
hard.
on it though. Yeah, that's good.
So what?
You have the best people on it.
Yeah, no, we're very fucking lucky, man.
And you said she could like go on short hikes now too.
Yeah, like she started.
No shit, she can hike.
That's huge.
Nah, not too crazy, but like she's still in the treatment. It's still early.
10
Like
minutes.
she just had surgery. Yeah, she just had surgery. So
But the fact that there's like a path now, and there's like some type of clarity, I think that must be such a big relief.
for sure.
Because I think the worst is when you just don't know. I hate like not knowing like what the strategy is, dude. That shit kills me.
Yeah. And you got your black belt.
You said what?
You got your black belt.
Was that this year? Last year?
That was
That was this year.
Was this year?
That was 2024.
Oh yeah. It was.
Wow, that's a big deal.
Yeah, it does. I feel like you've always been a black belt.
That's a big.
We're
deal.
here all the time, Yeah.
You deserve the black belt.
Nah, it was. Yeah, that was a big moment. That one caught me off guard for sure. I wasn't expecting that at all.
That's
But
a really
yeah.
big deal. Really big deal.
Why is it such a big deal? They just give them away.
That's a
They,
big
honestly,
deal.
can I say something now? This is kind of a hot
Yeah,
take.
please.
They kind of give them away now.
give 'em away.
They kind of give them away now.
You did jujitsu?
Well, the more popular things get, it just starts to become a little.
I started training regularly now this year, and then this is how I feel the journey of jiu-jitsu is. When you're a white belt, you're a sheet of paper, right? Like an 8x11. Every class you go to where you get your fucking ass kicked, it's taking a black marker and doing a dot.
Ah.
And then think about how many dots you need to make it black. You skip 2 weeks, one of the dots gets erased because you go backwards, you forget. So that's why it's fucking hard. Like even for me, I just only been doing it for 10 months. Sometimes I'm like, something happens, I get busy, and I'm like, okay, I accomplished this much. I'm like, no, where did it go? So it's going away. Yeah. And so when I look at the people that are in the room that have achieved it, I'm like, dude, everyone has adversity. Yeah. Their fucking family member dies, kid has a graduation, someone gets sick, but the people that got there, they fucking navigated through all of it. Let me do this.
Google
This is what
how it's made black belts.
That's exactly how it's said.
They make
Black Belt Factory.
They make so many. They're fucking making sheets of them and sheets of them and cutting them up and packaging them. Right? They got a guy with a forklift. He's taking all the black belts.
And there's a guy in his gi outside like, come on, I gotta go.
Come on, let's go. We gotta go.
I got a match at 6.
He's like, yeah. They got a big picture of everyone in the warehouse. Like we just made 100,000 today.
And it gets to the place, it's so special. We're like, oh, it's like a fucking diamond industry, isn't it?
And we're behind.
Yeah.
Those are the best margins of the black belts. They
Oh,
make
yeah.
the most money on
A
those.
lot of them.
All these gyms are like, we got a couple more black belts for you.
No, I'm thinking about just buying one so I can like fake it till I make it, and I can just see myself in the mirror, but I'll never take it out.
You visualize it.
Yeah,
I
visualize
wear
it.
it
Yeah,
Everywhere.
just for fun.
Yep.
I wouldn't wear it like here. What I would do is I would wear it over my shoulder. Like I just got out of practice, but I'm going to the market. Still got my gi on,
Oh, I forgot it was on my shoulder.
Right? Yeah.
I was getting changed.
Yeah. Just like I had a rush because I'm a busy jujitsu guy.
What about you, buddy?
Oh man, craziest thing was definitely the Paul Abdul job was the craziest because of this one specific thing. I don't even think I talked about it here, but like something had happened like towards the end where like I had to change the format in which I did everything, so that when you make like a tour, if you're a music director for a tour and you have to produce everything, you got to do it in a really specific format where all of the different layers that you create have to correspond to all of the changeable dials on the console at the shows.
Wow.
So you have to do it a very, very specific way. You can't just like make a bunch of shit and be like done. You have to like correspond all of your specific sounds and levels to what this guy's thing is and what that one is, what that one is.
You got to know what like model they have too.
Yeah, and initially I had thought somebody else was gonna do that. So when I thought I was done, I actually wasn't done. And they needed it done in that way, ASAP. And I had wrapped myself. So I went on a 36-hour bender and redid every one of my like tracks.
Oh shit.
That's hard.
And it was the craziest thing I ever had to do. Music-wise, that was the hardest work I ever did in my life.
Like Red Bull, Red Bull, Red Bull.
Yeah, because I had to what it is like I had to deconstruct certain areas where there's some songs where I don't have the stems from 1989. You know, like they just don't have them.
Yeah.
So I had to like basically reproduce like so much of the old music, and I had to have them like I had to do my own mastering for all that stuff, and it was the hardest thing I ever did. Yeah, because
Harder than your fucking troll marathon?
honestly, yeah, it was.
I bet it is.
Because I was laughing that whole time, but this I was like really shitting. I was like,
creating shit. That's
Dude,
crazy.
well, and at the same time, I have like people down my neck that are like, "Hey, we need it. Let's go. Let's go."
If you just are like, I can't deliver that, that's fucking crazy. What would have happened?
You'll never work in this town again. Like that.
I don't think it would go that far, but it would be I would be fucking over everybody that I worked with, even the people I like. So it's like it's a thing where like they're waiting on me to do it, and then like towards the end, everybody was like, "Holy shit, dude, you're a hero," because like I didn't have to do it like that, but if I didn't do it, they wouldn't be able to get a guy in to learn all of my waves and do it himself.
So let's say you're not as cool as you are, and then they got a regular dude. Let's say they got a regular dude. Let's say they got a Korean producer. What would he have done?
Well, even if let's say you get a guy who's 50 times better than me and is like experienced in the
But he's
industry.
Korean and he doesn't give a fuck about anybody else. Like what would they
Most of the
do?
people that can do it better than me would say no to it because it's too high of an ask.
So what would they do? They would just have to find someone last minute and then like push back the tour dates or something.
They no, well, I mean, hopefully not, but they would have to find somebody who's, I don't know, so super successful, but also has open time. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that doesn't make sense. Like, the guy that can do it won't do it, and the guy that can't do it won't get it done in time. So you got to have like someone in between, and plus, no matter what, he's gonna have to learn everything I did in order to do it. So there's no way he's not gonna know what he's looking at if he just jumps into my project at the 90% point, you know.
Yeah, wow.
So it was 36 straight hours no sleep, just redid every one at a time, sent them, did this one, sent it, did this one, sent it, and I was dead, dude. Yeah,
That's a crazy.
that was the craziest.
How long did you sleep for
Crazier
after?
than running a marathon without training.
Oh yeah.
That's way crazier than that.
Well,
Beats
one is
after?
like physically, like you're not.
'Cause
Nothing's
this
at
is-
stake. This one's like
This is also physical.
You could ruin
in the way
everything.
in the way that my mind was so zonked because like I was awake so long, and I still have to work as if I'm like A game brain. So it was, and I raw dog everything. I don't like have like you know.
Everything.
That's right.
I don't take drugs or anything, so so it was fucking tough. Yeah, way harder than the
Caffeine's
marathon.
cool, right?
I'll run
Caffeine?
I'll do an Ironman before I have to do that again.
That's crazy.
Hurts your brain after, huh?
Yeah, because no one cares when you're doing the marathon. It's you versus yourself. There's like 10 people that are like waiting for me, and they're not talking to each other. They're all hitting me up. They're like, hey, where's it at? I need this section. Just send me this. How about that? Did you do this level? Is this level?
That's so annoying.
What if the first track you sent them was just
how about that?
Zella?
fart noises for like fucking a minute and a half?
He's still at 36 hours. He still has time to make one troll track. Must troll them.
I think I learned more production wise in that 36 hours than I have in the past 5 years.
Wow. Do you think that is going to change how you do these types of projects?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
He's like, I ain't working
Yeah.
on these no more. Fuck
That's
that.
pretty crazy how that
gotta
comes
do
from
it
that.
So it's so specific, man. Like
Yeah.
it has nothing to do with like music ability. It's just like they don't. I mean, I'm sure they teach you this if you go to some school. But like for me, it was like I never had to do that part. there's always another person that masters it and just does all that stuff.
Yeah.
But then this one, they're like, wait, no, you're supposed to do that. I was like, that's not. No one told me that.
Dude, if you ever took Adderall, you would solve the time-space equation.
Or he would just troll way harder.
or I would just shit my pants. It's either
And
or.
blame it on the limo driver.
Dude, that's fucking crazy.
What about you, Joe? Time's up, bro.
No, dude.
You didn't say anything. How about grand openings in China? You're more important. How about your proposal that happened at Jay Jewelers?
Why was that counter so hard?